Everyone's talking about AI right now, ChatGPT this, AI agents that. But if you ask an average person what Claude is, they have no answer. I use Claude for basically everything I build, and today I'm going to be showing you exactly where to start, whether it's the app, the web, or the Claude Code. And I'm actually going to show you what I use to run my business right now. So without saying too much, let's get right into the video. So for those that don't know who I am, my name is Sholanri Akitunde Oluwatobi. I am the co-founder and CEO of FlagIQ. FlagIQ is an AI automation agency specialized in Nigeria, and we help businesses scale with AI. We help them build internal tooling system, website, chatbots, voice agent, you name it. I did it for now, that kind of thing. I also run an edtech on the side where I actually teach people how to use AI. So if you want to learn more about us or you want to know more about us, check the link down below. Our website is right there. Also, you can check the link down below to join the community as well. It is free. And if you want to get all of the resources we're going to talk about in this video, you can check in the community as well. So yeah, that's all with the introduction. Now let's actually get into the video right now. What are we talking about here? We're talking about Claude, bro. And I'm going to break it down for you what exactly this thing is. What is Claude actually? Yeah. Claude is Anthropic's AI assistant, and Anthropic is the company behind it. The way OpenAI is behind ChatGPT and Google is behind Gemini. But why are we actually talking about Claude instead of ChatGPT? That's because Claude is an agent, but I'm going to get into that later. They built this whole thing around making AI that's actually safe and useful, not just a chatbot that sounds smart. Remember I said it is an AI agent. Yeah, not a chatbot. So yeah, Claude is an AI agent, not a chatbot. So we're going to talk about that later on in the video. Now, my job today isn't to make you an AI expert. I'm just here to make everything stupidly simple so that you can start using this same tool today, just like I'm using in my business. So here's the old way that most people are actually still stuck in, or you're probably even still stuck in right now. So most people, when they want to use these AI tools, they open up the tool, they start a new chat session, they ask for something, they get an answer, they close the tab, then they run that over and over and over again. That's actually not how you're supposed to use these tools. Claude does not work like that. In fact, none of the AI agents work like that, or none of the chat bots work like that, but I'm going to actually tell you how you're supposed to use it. So Claude actually holds context, and what context is just what it feeds on, like every information it needs. That is the context. So Claude holds context, so it can actually recall actual documents, it can read documents, it can work alongside you basically. So instead of it just answering and forgetting, it can have this recurring loop of memory. So let's start with the easiest way in. We're actually going to start with the setup. Okay, so to set up Claude Code, let's actually start from the easiest way, the web. So if you come over to the web, you're just going to type Claude. I mean, it's that easy. So you just type Claude AI. I already have an account here, so I'm going to use a new browser and I'm going to sign in with Claude AI. So what you're going to be met with, you're going to be met with this page that's just going to tell you to put your email, maybe sign in with email, or continue with email. You can always continue with Google. Trust me, easy setup, put in your credentials and boom, you create a Claude account just like that. I have already created an account, so I'm going to be skipping that step. So here is what my profile looks like. You can see good evening Mustang. By the way, my nickname is Mustang. I didn't introduce myself as Mustang, but yeah, this is just what Claude knows me as. I mean, it has full context about me and my business, but it also has like my nickname. So you can also do that as well. So once you come in here, I mean, you should be familiar with this kind of interface already because you use ChatGPT. So this is the version I use when I'm on the move. Actually, it's either Claude Web or Claude App. Like both of them work the same way. But I'm making reference to Claude Web because I'm always with my laptop. I know it's crazy, but I'm on my laptop more times than I'm on my phone, which is crazy. So yeah, this is the version I use when I'm on the move, when I have to draft a reply to something, or I'm thinking out loud with when I don't have my laptop open or I have my laptop open. So by tapping the chat box right here, you just basically use it like how you use ChatGPT. But mind you, there are a lot of things that you'll probably miss from this plus section right here. As you can see, there are a lot of connections you can make. But let me tell you one thing that most people always miss. See, this video is going to be a very, very golden video in the sense that It is going to break down most of the things you probably skip when setting up your AI workspace. And I'm going to touch everything as much as I can. So if you come over here to your profile, let's even start from the profile, and you go to the settings, you always see something whereby you see this general, like there's an about me section. This place, if you open your Claude, it is probably blank, and it is the first step to you setting up Claude. So this about me section is where you're going to give Claude context. Remember when I said Claude remembers context? This about me section is where you put context of everything about you, what you do, what roles you play, the kind of developer you are, your tech stack. I mean, it has all of my tech stack. It knows about my final year project. Also, I'm a student of the University of Lagos. I'm in my final year studying electrical engineering. I can't wait to leave this school, bro, so I can just focus on my agency. But we'll come back to that. It knows my communication style, it knows my response format, it knows my business strategy, it knows how I write, like it knows my coding preferences, everything. So once you do that, that is basically just the first stage of you using Claude. And this just gives it more context. So if you tell Claude your name, if you just type into the chat box, it is not going to have context about your name. But you filling that up just by default already gives Claude the foundation that it needs to know you. So anytime you open the chat box, or if you want to use the chat, it is not going to have to remember, or you do not need to tell it multiple times over and over again. Let me actually ask you something real right now. Hold on. Let me see. What is my name and what is the name of my agency? So as you can see, it is using its thing to see. The name is Mustang Akitunde Sholari Oluwatobi, and your agency is FlagIQ. Claude knows this already because I already have all of those information stored inside of it. If I open up a new chat, it is still going to answer same thing over and over again. But if you don't have any of this set up and it doesn't have the context, it is just going to fool around. I promise you. Okay, so if you toggle this, if you come over and toggle this right here, you're actually going to see more things. You're going to see charts, you're going to see projects, you're going to see artifacts, and you can customize. So I'm just going to do a quick rundown of all of these sections. Then we'll go on to the next aspect of using Claude. So for the charts is where we're at. For the project, you can actually create projects whereby you can combine a lot of chat models, or you can combine a lot of chat sessions together and infuse them into a project. Or you can even give Claude more context when you're trying to create a project. For instance, you can upload materials, whether it's PDFs, whether it's images, inside a particular project, and it is just going to use that as context. Take, for instance, this Tunji. Tunji now is a course that I was doing in school by engineer Tunji. Okay, it's not carrying the files over because this is not the same laptop I was using that time. But what I did here is I basically created a folder whereby I sent all of my lecture notes in here, and I told Claude to act as my lecturer basically, and he should teach me the course. You understand? So this is what you can actually do if you are trying to learn something and you don't necessarily want to lose context or having to repurpose content, like Claude is giving you something new every time. Once you just load in your own files, you can also get something there. So there is also artifacts whereby you can create different kind of artifacts. You can do research papers and all of that. But I think I'm going to do, if you want to know more about this, I'll do an in-depth video about it. Also, in this customize section, this is where you can now build skills and connect other apps to your Claude. So basically, you're giving your Claude superpowers. Remember when I said Claude is an agent? This is just what makes it perform all of those agentic abilities. Like if you wanted to write an email, Claude will write an email for you, but then can your Claude send emails? If you wanted to send email, you need to connect maybe an emailing tool to it or an emailing plugin. You understand? So here you can come, you can connect your apps. You can see there are various apps that are already preloaded in on the websites for you. So just whichever one you use, just use it as well. Also, I'm going to be giving like another in-depth video on how to or what kind of apps to connect. You can create queues as well, bro. Like this one is even the one I'm going to basically talk a little bit about. So skills are kind of like Claude's ability to do work. You know, when you're saying it's an agent An agent has an ability to work. So all of these skills you give it, or all of the skills you give Claude, is actually what Claude uses to perform tasks. So whether Claude wants to generate image using an external tool, it is going to create an image generation skill for itself and use that skill every time it wants to generate an image. So without saying too much or without dwelling too much on this, let's go on to the next aspect of the video. So here you can see there's Claude Code. I mean, we're going to go into that. And there's also Claude Design. Claude Design is actually a new feature that Claude just added into their suite, which basically just makes you create kind of like prototypes, slides, documents, wireframe, animation. I'll do an in-depth video about this because this is also something that is very, 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 very cool. But we're going to touch this later. But if you guys need any of these skills, I'm going to have the skills readily available for you, so you have nothing to worry about. I'll provide the skills, I'll provide everything. So now let's actually go on to the next one, which is the one I use every time. The one that most people actually don't even know exists, and it is called Claude Code. It runs right here in your terminal, and it can actually read, write, and build inside real projects. This is what I actually use to run my agency FlagIQ, and it is not like a side tool. I mean, it started off as a side tool, but now it is my main tool. All of my workflow is built on top of Claude, and I'm using it inside Claude Code. So I'm not going to go deep into Claude Code for today, but for now, just know that Claude Code exists. And if you want to use it, or if you want to know how to use it, just stay tuned for the next video. And to be honest, it is one tool that has really, really changed the way I build. And I would really, really love for you to dabble into it. Anyways, now, so out of all of these three, where should you actually start? If you've never touched Claude, you can actually start with the app today. You can download the app from your Play Store or Apple Store and just get it. Give it a try. It actually costs nothing. Well, for now. So once you're comfortable with the Claude app, you can now move to the web. And the web is for anything that needs more depth. If you are trying to get like more context, like you want to do more writing, you want to do more research and planning, you can go for the web version. And if you build things for a living or you want to, the next is Claude Code. And that is going to where we're going to make like a fresh start, because I'm going to be mostly using Claude in Claude Code. But anyways, we're going to actually dabble into that. From not knowing what API or LLM or front-end, back-end, database, blah, 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 all of those technical things, from not knowing what it was, now I'm actually building my company through a terminal, bro, which is crazy. And I started by just opening an app. Actually, I started by just learning how to use AI. The thing is, this channel is going to help you understand how to get into AI, monetize AI, or basically upskill in AI, because I promise you, the next couple of years, AI is not going anywhere. AI is here to stay. It is going to be the trend, and it is going to keep on trending. And the later you get into it, the harder it is going to become for you. So you need to always keep up with the trend. Anyways, that actually brings us to the end of this video. If you would like this kind of content, if you want to see this kind of content, please do subscribe. I mean, I'm just starting this YouTube, and I'm an agency owner, and I'm young, and I'm Gen Z, and I can teach you guys how to make money using AI. So if you're interested in this kind of videos, please smash that subscribe button. Also, if you want to set up your Claude, I have a free setup guide. You can get it from the link down below. Check the community, you get the resource there. Also, if you need all of the skills, I already compiled a lot of Claude skills that I'm going to be giving to you for free. So join the community, stay in touch, and I'm going to keep giving you more good AI content. With that being said, I'm going to see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bless.